Have you ever looked at one of your favorite websites and just wondered, how did they build this? Or maybe you've thought about a career where you can create things that millions, literally millions of people use every single day. Well, in this explainer, we're going to give you the complete blueprint to start your journey into web development. We're turning that dream into a real, actionable plan. Okay, let's get into it.
So you want a career in tech, which is awesome. But when you start looking around, it can feel a little overwhelming, right? There are so many options. But don't you worry. You are definitely not alone in feeling that way. The really good news is there's a perfect starting point that's not only in super high demand, but is also incredibly fun and rewarding. And that, my friend, is web development.
All right, so first things first, let's talk about the why. I mean, out of all the paths you could possibly take in the tech world, what is it about web development that makes it such a great choice? Let's break it down. Okay, so the demand for web developers it's huge. Just think about it for a second. Nearly every single business, from the little coffee shop on your corner to the biggest companies in the world, they all need a website. This creates a constant need for skilled people, which drives really competitive salaries and opens up some amazing opportunities for remote work. I mean, you could work from almost anywhere. Plus, it's one of those rare fields where you get to use both your logical, problem-solving brain and your creative side, which is just incredibly cool. Before we can even think about building, we have to understand the blueprint, right? So what is a website, really? The best way I found to think about it is like building a house. It has all these different parts that have to work together perfectly to create a complete, functional home.
So every website really has two main sides to it. First up, you've got the front end. This is everything you see and click on. The layout, the colors, the buttons. Think of it as the interior design of our house. It's what makes it look good. Then behind the scenes, you have the back end. This is like the hidden magic, the servers, the databases, all the logic that makes everything actually work. It's the plumbing and electricity in our house. You don't really see it, but boy, you'd miss it if it wasn't there. Okay, so what if you're the kind of person who loves picking out the paint colors and enjoys making sure all the plumbing works perfectly? Well, in the web development world, that makes you a full-stack developer. You're the master builder who can handle the whole thing, from the visuals all the way down to the nitty-gritty infrastructure. And that is exactly why full-stack developers are so incredibly valuable.
All right, so every builder needs their tools. In web development, our most important tools are programming languages. So let's go ahead and open up the toolbox and take a look at the 3 essentials you are going to need to build just about anything you can imagine on the web.
Your absolute starting point, always, is HTML. This is the foundation. If our website is a house, HTML is the steel frame and the concrete foundation. It gives the entire structure its shape and holds everything else up. You literally cannot build a website without it.
So what is HTML actually doing? Well, it's all about structure. You use it to tell the web browser things like, hey, this chunk of text, that's a headline. This is a paragraph, or put an image right here. It's the basic skeleton that gives all your content meaning before you start making it look pretty. Okay, so once you have that solid structure in place, it's time for the really fun part, making it look good. That's where CSS comes in. Sticking with our house analogy, CSS is the paint on the walls, it's the cool furniture, the fancy light fixtures, it's everything that gives the house its unique personality and style. With CSS, you get to be the artist. You choose the colors, the fonts, how everything is laid out on the page. And here's where it gets really powerful. CSS also lets you create what's called responsive designs. All that means is your website will look amazing, whether someone is looking at it on a giant desktop monitor or on their tiny phone screen. It's super important. So we have a house that's built well and looks fantastic. But right now, it's kind of just a model home. Nothing actually works. You can't flip a switch or turn on a faucet. That's where JavaScript comes in. JavaScript is the electricity and the plumbing. It makes the house a functional, living space. JavaScript is the thing that brings your website to life. All those interactive features you use every day? Image sliders, cool animations, forms that give you instant feedback when you type? Yep, that is all JavaScript. It's what turns a boring, static page into a fun, dynamic experience for your users. All right, so you know the building blocks now. But how do you actually put it all together? You need a plan, a roadmap. So let's lay out the exact steps that will take you from a complete beginner to a confident, job-ready developer. You'll be happy to know the path is super logical. You start with structure with HTML, then you add style with CSS, and then you make it all work with JavaScript. Once you've really got those three down, you can move on to front-end frameworks. Think of these as like pre-built power tools that help you build really big, complex websites way, way faster. After that, you can dive into the back end. But the most important step on this entire list is that last one. Build real projects. That's where all the theory really sinks in and becomes a real skill. So you've put in the work, you've learned the skills, and you've started to build a portfolio of projects. So what's next? Well, this is the really exciting part. A whole world of awesome career opportunities starts to open up. This is the payoff for all that hard work. Let's look at just a few of the paths you could take. You can decide to specialize. If you just love creating beautiful, user-friendly experiences, a career as a front-end developer could be perfect. If you're more fascinated by data and servers and the logic that makes an app tick, you could become a back-end developer. If you love both sides, you can be that full-stack developer we talked about. Or, hey, if you really value your freedom, you can build your own business as a freelance developer and work with clients from all over the world. As you get started on this journey, I promise you there are going to be times when you feel stuck. It is completely normal. Please, just remember this, every single expert developer you look up to started in the exact same place you are now, probably just staring at their very first line of code, totally confused. The real secret is just to stay curious, keep practicing, and never ever lose that excitement for creating cool things. We really hope this explainer has given you the confidence and, more importantly, the roadmap you need to finally start your journey into web development. If you're ready to keep learning, make sure you subscribe for more explainers just like this one. And for even more resources to help you along the way, check out the PCDS site. Thanks for watching and happy coding!